2 minutes.
Hey guys, look who I found! Chai's here.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Chai?
Not much. Just chilling.
Yeah.
Just watched the episode, and it's great. I'm super proud of it.
We might not actually be live. Hang on. It's telling me we're live. Sometimes it doesn't work in here.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. We're live.
There's seven people.
Yep, there we go.
Hello,
so if you
everybody.
see these little things, that
Oh,
means it's
okay.
working. Sometimes
Okay, cool.
this room is weird. The Tweet Suite does not always like Facebook Live.
So this is my first. This is my first live.
First live.
Ever.
Woohoo!
I was kind of nervous
Welcome.
about it. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be fine. These people
Hello.
are nice.
Who's there?
It's
3 a.m.
a.m. Well, thank you for staying up. We
Where
appreciate it.
where are you?
That's true. Where in the world?
I love you too.
We love you too.
Hello.
So do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about tonight's episode? Because we would love, you have a captive audience, or captive answers as much as we can give. You need to catch up. Well, please do.
Thank you.
If you don't want spoilers, you might not want to keep watching. Of course, Chai is awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm glad you guys liked the episode tonight. It's one of my favorites, personally. And there's so much of it that I didn't see. Like all the stuff that you guys did on the beach. Obviously,
Yeah.
I wasn't outside that day. But you guys killed it. It was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite episode so far. It was the most challenging because it's so emotional and whatnot. There's a couple of other episodes coming up that are really good, but that one I'm super proud of. You know.
You should be.
Thank you.
Well, it's neat because it's such a different tone for the show, too, because we don't often get scenes that have nothing to do with the supernatural. And, well, at least for a little while.
Very sentimental.
Yeah.
Let me see. How do you feel about being in so many shows? How do I feel about being in so many shows? I'm pretty proud of that, yeah. So, you know, but this show is definitely something special that you know, I feel such a part of this family, and you know, I couldn't ask for more.
Hold on, I'm gonna scroll through these comments. See, because there's too many questions. Hold on.
Coming from Queensland. Yeah, it's a big step coming from Queensland.
What's the best thing about being in the Shadowhunters chat? That's what they're asking you. Because this is your first, like, experience on all of this.
The best thing, meeting all you guys.
Aww.
Because you're all so sweet. You guys are so lovely and so supportive, and it means the world to me, you know, so thank you.
So I heard it was really cold shooting on that beach, huh?
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah?
That was so hard. That was actually one of the hardest scenes I've ever shot in my life, because, you know, we had to hide the fact that it was so cold and be like sentimental and be all lovey-dovey, and it was definitely difficult. Alicia got it pretty sweet because she was already in the car and she had a blanket over her and a little heater, and I'm walking out with wet hair, like the shirt unbuttoned, with the food, and I'm shaking, going, "Can we hurry up?"
Call action, please,
You know,
call action.
so,
That's awesome, though. That's great. Yeah, it's never fun when it's cold. You can make it work. Sometimes it keeps you awake at night.
yeah.
But
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised how well that came off. Like, I didn't look too cold.
you
at
really
all.
couldn't tell. No, it was cool.
Really?
Yeah, no, I couldn't
Oh,
tell that
that-
you guys were freezing. You guys did a great job. But it's always funny when there are kind of extenuating circumstances. Like when we were in the graveyard shooting that scene
That would've been
Malachi
cold, too,
configuration.
right?
It was kind of cold, but see, we're wearing leather.
Yeah.
But what happened in that scene, the swords that we stabbed in the ground turned out to be really flimsy. And because it was cold, the ground was really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And so we would slam the swords and they would just bend. Like we'd go to stab a sword and it would go, "Ooh."
Was it windy at all? Did you get much wind? Because the wind's the thing that really makes it hard.
We had fans. They just add wind.
They added wind.
Because we
Okay,
had portals and stuff, so they add very specific wind.
How was your favorite?
Ooh, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Oh man. I've got so many. Probably the one in the car with Maya.
Because you were warm.
Because I mean, towards the end of the scene, it got really warm.
No, yeah, it was
But
really. That was really.
but that was probably actually. Oh no, the last scene. The last scene with Alicia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a really great scene to sink, you know, your teeth into as an actor. What about you?
Ooh, probably the fight.
Oh yeah.
The fight was awesome.
You're a badass.
Well, thank you. Coming
Like,
from one, that means a lot.
Oh, I mean, like I try, but your boxing is like on point.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went and trained with Dean one day, and he was showing me videos of you and just doing like 20-point punches. I can do about 5.
No, it's a lot of fun, but because I fight with the daggers, it's a lot of the same mechanics.
Oh yeah.
So it works out really well.
So you know the 8-point.
Mhm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you got to teach me.
No, it's fun, and this fight in particular was really cool because Dom and I fight together a lot, so getting to really go all out was a lot of fun.
Dom's good.
Dom is really good.
Amazing.
We have a lot of fun.
He's a badass in this episode, huh?
I know, he's brutal. Also, can we just talk about Imogen for a second?
Oh man,
that was so brutal, and I love Mimi so much.
that was so savage.
It was so hard her last day on set. I was so sad. All of us were genuinely gutted on set on her last day. We're like, no, please don't leave us.
That was crazy.
She had to. No, the runes I was filming today. I was doing some stunt stuff on the green screen. So the runes actually don't last more than a day. They come off because they're just made of glue and ink. They don't last.
Oh, I thought they were real.
Oh yeah, I'm totally method. There's her actual tattoos.
She walks around the street with them, you know.
I have before. I went to the drugstore season 1 covered in runes, and people were just like, because the show hadn't come out yet. Right. So I just looked like a random person covered in tattoos.
You should just get like a whole sleeve of them. That would be so cool.
I should. Well, maybe if the show keeps going, Clary will get some.
Someone just asked, have you ever been hurt in a fight scene?
Actually, I have not. There are people. I have not been seriously hurt. Touch wood.
Yeah, where's the wood? There it is.
Is that wood? That's wood. But it's due to our stunt team because they are so cognizant about safety, and that's always their number one concern over anything else.
Yeah,
and that
so good.
I will always trust them in that sense. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, you guys have so many great questions. We just can't stop reading them.
How long does it take to put runes on? Oh.
Ooh. It doesn't take that long, actually, because they just stick on, like, temporary tattoos.
Oh, okay.
So the thing that takes the longest is sealing them, and then if we wear leather jackets on and off, it, sometimes we have to redo them or paint them. All of our makeup department has gotten really good at painting the different runes, because they have to paint in the patches that come off sometimes if it's a quick turnaround.
Oh, true. I have to sit in the makeup chair for like a couple of hours to get this done.
Well, I was gonna ask though, how long does your you had something, right?
I have like all the prosthetic stuff.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was a lot of fun. They came up with this. They made this. Well, I had a mold of my hands, so like they had the claws kind of protruding out of my fingers, which was really cool. It was a couple of hours for them to mold, and then they kind of built, the fur around that, and then they had this other thing that it kind of ripped my shirt through blowing air into it, and it kind of made my back arch. It was really cool. I don't know how to explain it, but the prosthetics on that were pretty cool.
See, these are the things that I don't ever know, not being in the werewolf world. Was I scared to land on the car? That actually wasn't me landing on the car. I did, so the initial drop we did, but I only fell about 5 feet on that fall, the initial one, because I landed on a bunch of mats, and then they had one of our amazing stunt women do the big fall. They hung me on a wire for part of the sideways bit that you saw, and then the car, they actually dented the car to fit the shape they wanted me to fall in.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually really funny. It made me laugh because they laid me on top of that car, and Josh, our director, and I were Googling pictures of people that had fallen from heights to find a contorted pose that was realistic as well as, awful looking, and to see if I could bend myself into that position. Then they did quite literally a white tape outline of my body on top of the car so they could go hammer that into the car and make it look like I'd actually fallen in from 8 stories. Yeah.
Very detailed. I think I was there that day that you were shooting that scene.
I think you were. I think that was one of the first days, yeah.
And that was higher than 5 feet. That was like 5 meters.
Oh, you were? Oh, the day I did the job? Yeah, I don't know.
was cool.
It was fun.
I live for stunt days.
Yeah, I do too.
They're so much fun.
I do too. They are fun. They're exhausting, but they're the best kind of exhausting because you kind of sit there and realize, you know, we get to go to work every day and play pretend with swords and claws and fur and stuff.
This isn't even a job to me. It's like,
no, it's not.
Just a passion. It's
yeah.
Like, I love it so much.
Okay, we can do a couple more questions.
What was that one? Where did it go? Does it hurt to take the runes off?
No. We actually use tape. Like packing tape. Clear packing tape.
Like,
just stick it on and rip it off.
I'm going to team up in a fight.
Ooh.
Well, you're going to have to find out.
That's usually the answer to a lot of these questions. Because we want to tell you guys so much. There's so many spoilers. There's so much amazing stuff coming.
We'll have a massive chat at the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll have to
There's so much to talk about.
Lots of people want to know about your hair, Chai, because it's pretty fabulous.
My hair
I gotta
is
say.
real. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from you.
No. Listen, it's on another. Like this is on another level. Let's be real.
It's real.
It is 100% Chai.
I think sometimes I question it.
Well,
thank you so much.
You wear it well, sir.
So many questions.
Sorry, guys. We're sorting through all the good questions. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. Do you see any?
I just saw one who do you ship?
Who do we ship? Well, I mean, there's so many ships now. Like, are we talking friendships or relationships? Or, like... Parabiships, is that a thing?
Paraship.
Paraship?
I mean, for friendship wise, I'd love Jordan and Clary to be good friends.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be cool.
I think they'd get along because they both really care about Simon, right?
Yeah, I reckon they'd get along really well.
Yeah, I think Clary would be a little wary for a minute because
Yeah, I think everyone.
Nobody gets to her Simon. Yeah.
Jordan means well.
He does.
He means well. He just is misunderstood at times.
He gets a bad rap because there's so much going on for him. But I think he's got a good heart.
He definitely has a good heart.
I think so. But yeah, I think a Jordan Clary friendship would be awesome. But speaking of contentious friendships, Alec and Clary actually had a good moment. Finally, she's been keeping this secret for so long. She got a hug. Do you know how hard it is to get a hug out of Alec Lightwood if you're not Magnus? Like, that's so hard. Man, I tell you. We're going places. I know. It's only happened a couple times. It's very rare.
I don't think he's... I hugged him the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That means
I just went and grabbed him. I was like...
See, there you go. You stole one. That's how you gotta do it. Speaking of, when are we playing Werewolf? We gotta play a game of Werewolf with you. We haven't done that yet.
What is that?
It's a game we play as a cast. We live streamed it a long time ago, but we haven't played Werewolf in a long time.
I'm down.
That needs to happen.
I mean, that's kind of like my forte, right?
Right? I think you'd be an expert. You'd probably win the entire game.
I try.
Anything? I want to tease something for next week for you guys, but I'm trying not to spoil it. What happens? What happens for you next week? Can you tease anything?
No, I don't think.
Can't say anything?
I don't think I can.
What I can say, Clary's got some explaining to do. And she's stranded. She's on her own. And she's in the hands of the Clave. So, I think you all are able to do the math on that one.
That's good.
It's not good, let me tell you that.
Okay, it's not good.
No, it's good.
That teaser was really good, I meant.
No, the teaser was great.
Yeah.
But there's a storm coming.
Oh, and are you doing any conventions anytime soon?
Yeah, I will be soon. So stay tuned for all that. Anyway, I think we gotta run. But thanks for joining me, Chai. This is really great. I'm glad you made it. How was your first live?
Thank you for having me. No, it was really good.
Did you enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it. I just wish I could answer more questions because there's so many.
I know, there's so many that come in. You guys are so awesome.
But thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me. we all put in so much hard work and love into this. To see that back, to see the support and love back, it really means a lot. So thank you. And thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Thank you for being such a legend and a badass. And,
Oh, you're talking to me.
oh, no, I was talking to myself.
Oh, I got it. That's right. That's what I thought, but I was really confused for a second. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Bye.